Well, that blowed my plans out of the water. There's been enough preaching and gospel said in song and in testimony to save the world, to help us, not hinder us. But as Sister Jean was testifying, I was thinking about the scriptures in the Bible that came to my mind about the man that came to Jesus and told him he had a little boy that was sick, or a young man that was sick. And the man told him if he would just speak the words that his son could be healed. And Jesus said, I haven't seen faith like this, not even in Israel. But when Jesus got to where the little boy was, he said, how long has he been sick? As a young man, he said, how long has he been sick? He said, since he was a child. And Jesus said to him, he said, but if you can't believe, all things are possible for those that believe. He said, if you can't believe, he was pretty much saying it ain't going to happen. Jesus was saying, I got the ability. I got the power. And I'm present and I can do anything I want, but I work through faith. And if you got faith that I can heal you, I can heal you. If you got faith that I can heal your son, I can heal your son. And the man looked at Jesus, he said, Lord, help me with my unbelief. Lord, help me with my unbelief, because I want my son healed. And Jesus healed that little boy right then and there, because that man did believe and he was honest. You know what that man was saying? He said, you know what, I ain't always got faith as the size I need, but I do believe. He said, if you'll help me with my faith and help me with my unbelief, I know that you can do this. I'd have never came to where you was and found you if I didn't believe that you could heal my son. Right. They sung that song, He'll take you through the fire. God never said you wouldn't have to walk through fires, but He said if you walk through them, I'll walk through them with you. Amen. He didn't tell the 3 Hebrew boys, you'll never walk through a fire, but He did say if you walk through it, there'll be a 4th one in the middle of it with you. He said, Daniel, I ain't going to tell you you'll never have to be thrown in a den of lions, but I'll tell you what, if you get thrown in there, I'll be in there with you. I'll walk through every valley you walk through. I'll be on every mountaintop you all experience. I'll be there for you, and I'll take you through the fire again. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. He never said life would be easy, but He did say, as Sister Jean quoted, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'm glad God, the songwriter had it right when he said, I have somebody with me to share the heavy load. Amen. God bears my burdens. God shares the load that I carry. God never leaves me nor forsakes me. He's always there for me. Every time I get down on my knees and pray, He's listening and wanting to hear my cry. God is faithful. Amen. The Bible says, I reckon that the sufferings of this present world are not worthy to be compared to the glory that will be revealed in that day. You ever thought about what that verse is saying? Boy, the troubles of this life, the cares of this life will weigh us down, and the things of this life, the sickness in mind, body, and spirit will get us down, finances will get us down, troubles and woes will get us down. But the Bible said, I reckon that the sufferings of this present world, they're not even worthy. They ain't worthy to be called out and talked about when you compare it to the glory that'll be revealed one day. When we see Jesus, I'll tell you what, I promise you, all the suffering we've ever done will be forgotten about. All the troubles we've ever had will long be gone and never be brought up again. It'll be as if they never happened when we finally see Jesus face to face. Amen. I reckon that the sufferings of this present world are not worthy to be compared to the glory that'll be revealed that day. The Bible said, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened to you, but rather rejoice. And Sister Jean said that if we suffer with Him, we'll also reign with Him. We'll rejoice with Him. We'll be with Him. I'm telling you, one day when all these troubles and trials are over, we're going to see Jesus face to face. But until then, He made us a promise, and He keeps His promises. He'll never leave us nor forsake us. I'm glad that God is on my side. I'm glad that the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords came down to where I was and said, I'll walk with you. I'll hold your hand. You don't have to walk alone. I'll always be there for you. He's a friend that sticks closer than a brother. We got brothers and sisters in this church. We got brothers and sisters in our families that'll leave us. And if when troubles come, they'll depart. We'll not see them for a long time. But ain't you glad you got a friend? A friend in Jesus said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you, and can do more for you than any brother or sister in this life. Boy, I've been unfaithful before, but God's always been faithful. I've been unfaithful to God, but God's always been faithful to me. And I don't understand why Job had to suffer. I don't understand why Job had to lose so much. I don't understand why the young man that was born blind in John chapter 9 had to be born blind. But when they asked him why, he said that the glory of God may be made manifest in him. When I lay my hands on his eyes and show this whole world that I can give sight to the blind and legs to the lame, and voice to those that can't speak. I can give to those that can't get themselves. Those that are not able to get it themselves, I'm able to give it to them. I'm able to bless them. I'm able to lift them up out of the horrible pit. I'm able to set their feet upon a rock. I'm able to establish their goings. I'm able to put a new song in their heart. I'm the one that's able. He is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ask or think. When we can't, God can. And when you won't, God will. When you're not able, God is to do all and exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. I thank God He's faithful when I'm not. And when you're not, God is faithful. And He'll never leave us nor forsake us. Oh, I'm telling you, Job held his head hung low so many times, but at the end of the day, his latter end was better than his beginning. He had way more than he started with. It may seem like you're fighting a losing battle, but I'm telling you what, our latter end is going to be way better than we started. We're going to see Jesus face to face. What a day that will be when my Savior I shall see when I look upon His face, the one that saved me by His grace, when He takes me by the hand and walks me. I'll tell you what, one day I'll walk with Jesus with no sin, no shame, no suffering, I'm telling you, no cancer, no sickness, ain't no depression. I'll rule and reign with Jesus Christ one day, because He's still the King of Kings. He's still the Lord of Lords. He's already conquered death. He's already conquered hell. He's already conquered the grave. He's overcome the world, and He's on my side. Amen. If God be for us, who can be against us? Hey, we've already won the battle. Sister Tricia, come on back to the piano. Or Jim, you come back to the piano. You get the microphone. I want them to sing it again. I ain't got tired of it yet. I want you to realize this morning that God will take you through the fire again. God's done it before, and He'll do it again. His hand is not slack. He's not slack concerning His promises. His hand ain't short that He cannot save. Hey, if He healed that little boy that had that infirmity, if He healed the one with the issue of blood after 12 years, if He's done all that and He gave that blind man his sight, surely He can lift us up out of the pit that we're in now. Surely He can get us out of the valley. Surely He'll walk through the fire that we're walking through right now. He's more than just the ones that came to the altar already. He's more than ones that just testified. You're going through some things you need help with. I got some good news for you. Help is on the way. Help is on the way if you'll just lift up your hands and surrender to God. Let's all stand to our feet. If you know the song, sing it along with them. If you need to come and pray, come and pray. If you want to rejoice over the victory God's already given you, rejoice. Hey, be led by the Spirit and do what God says while they sing. But if you need to come and pray, I'm going to cut this off and I want to pray with you.
So many